Hi, happy VEDA. Today is World Health Day, so let's have a chat. This is an interesting topic for me as someone who is disabled, but also because I do not have the greatest relationship with health, I would say. And so I wanted to discuss that with you. What I mean by that is my knowledge of health growing up was incredibly skewed. And what I mean by that more so is self-image, I would say. The way that I grew up, the ideas of body image were not great. There was a lot of negative put downs, not a lot of self-affirmations, those kinds of things. A lot of focus on magazine covers, a lot of focus on the ideal body, I would say. The one that is fake, obviously, the one that is manufactured and not real. Well, I can't say that it was stuff that was always put on me. I think the things that were always said by family members about their bodies definitely influenced what I should be thinking about mine, I would say. The other thing was sports. Now, I would say that sports helped me in a lot of ways as far as building confidence, having a great support system, a regular routine too. However, it did not help in the sense of creating a routine and education about what I should be putting into my body. There was a lot of education about how I should be exercising, but not a lot of how I should be taking care as far as eating and self-care, I guess, because there also wasn't a lot of education for how I should be stretching and taking care of my body when I wasn't at practice. I played sports, honestly, since before I could walk, because I started doing competitive roller skating, and I played until literally my body couldn't do it anymore, which was sophomore year of high school, which is when I became wheelchair bound. My body just could not with my diseases. So when I had to transition out of doing that, there was no education for me about, one, what I should have been eating when I was an athlete and exercising so much, because at the height of when I was playing sports, which was middle school, I was playing 3 sports all year round, which is a lot. But in high school, when I was transitioning out of that, I was not given any education in school or from my coaches about how to take care of my body afterwards. And I think that messed me up, honestly. I think that, I had access to the internet and I could have Googled it, but I think that there was a part of my brain that was well, just eat the way that you did before. To the extent that I could. At that time too, I was very ill, so I wasn't eating a lot. I was just eating enough to get by. So my ideas and relationship with food particularly were very skewed and not good, very messed up, and kind of always have been, but that's a video for a different day. Anyway, so I think that was something that if I could go back and provide for my younger self and provide for my teammates and my friends as well, that are something that I would give access to. When I think about health, I also think about what diet culture means to me and how that has led to diets throughout my life and how those have always failed, what that has meant for a lot of binge eating and using food for comfort, and I think that that's also led to shaming for my body and shaming others as a way of like projecting that internal shame as well. And so when I think about health and the way that I want to move forward, I want to love my body. I think that's always a goal that I have, and treat it as if I was treating a loved one or a good friend or my younger self, and to take care of it and to treat it well and to treat it intentionally. Another thing too, and I'm as guilty of this as anyone else, is thinking about that body policing and the shaming is, it's used often as a projection, right, of your own insecurities and fears. And I've found myself, especially when I was younger, doing it as well, as just remembering that you're not someone else's doctor, and there is no way of knowing someone's health just by looking at their Instagram photos or like their Twitter bio or those kinds of things. And so trying to use care and have respect for others and compassion too. I think that, as I mentioned yesterday, like, we're all trying to do our best. So being kind. And I think that when I think of health, especially on today with World Health Day, I'm reminded that like I want to consistently do better and take care of myself first and foremost. And that doesn't mean like I'm gonna go on this diet and I'm gonna change everything and live this like Instagram worthy life, but like I want to love me. And I think that once I am intentionally practicing that every day, that will give me the results that I am looking for. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.